Pisces, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say I love you so much. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, I'm JT. How you doing? Listen, hit that thumbnail. Come in and check it out. Check out the playlist if you're cross-watching or what have you. Okay, Pisces, we're going to do a general reading, but before we get started, I have your 3 new poems from Haiku Corner. Okay, Pisces, we're going to get into a general reading, like I said. So, sometimes the energy, they hit right on and sometimes they do not. If it doesn't apply, don't worry about it. Just come back the next reading. No big deal. I'll give you the down low. We'll shuffle up and we'll get started on your reading. This camera's going to want to bounce in and out. It's a good camera. It just does not like the action. Wasn't built for the action. So as soon as my hands settle down, it'll clear up. But if you want to skip forward to the reading, I understand. No big deal. All right, we're going to take a look at your present energy, Pisces. We're going to look at your crossing challenge. We're going to look at the foundation, what's lying underneath. We're going to take a look at the recent past. We're going to move on and go into possibilities, the near future. We're going to look at the stance, how you're showing up. We'll look at the environment around you. Excuse me. That was terrible. Hopes, fears, wishes, or worries. And then we will move on to the outcome and the direction. Okay, Pisces. All right, let's take a look at your current energy. I'm going to lay all these out, but I will show you them up close, and we'll give you the explanations. So you have the 2 of Swords as your present energy. Somebody's need to make a definite decision. Crossing challenge, we have the Fool. Yep, ready to move on. Make something new happen. Okay, in the foundation, we have the 9 of Wands. In the recent past, we have the Ace of Cups. In the possibilities, we have the 10 of Wands. In the near future, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The self, how we're showing up in this situation, we have the Queen of Wands. In the environment around you, we have the Justice. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries, or worries, the Page of Cups. And in the outcome and the direction, we have the Hierophant. Okay. So yeah, you guys take what resonates with you. It's not always your read, but definitely at a crossroads in your life. We do have a couple of major arcana, and they are some good ones. We've got Justice and the Hierophant, but we have Ace of Cups in the past, so a love and relationship. And your current crossing challenge is the Fool. So I feel like somebody's ready to move on. It could be this back and forth energy. You've been with a partner or would like to be with a partner, somebody that you know, somebody you're interested in, what have you. But I feel like there is this mirroring situation taking place. And I know I hate starting off readings this way like that because it's kind of like if you watch a lot of tarot, you just already know, right? It's like, ah, shit, here we go again, that same energy. Now, here's the question to ask yourself is, are you ready to take this fool journey, or is it you in your mind holding on to that what could be, possibilities of what could be? You ready to start that brand new journey? Are you ready to go off that cliff, right off that ledge? I'm not saying, yeah. But what I'm saying is, are you ready to take a leap? Are you ready to move forward in that? Or are you just going to talk about it? You're just going to think about it. Sounds like I'm being harsh, but I'm not. You have a big decision. This is a big decision in your life. And it's in your current energy. So it just leads me to believe like you've just been hanging on. The reason I say is in your foundation, you're still showing up with the kind of that wounded warrior spirit, but this is talking about your boundaries. You're still showing up. You're still ready for love. You're still prepared for it. But you're just kind of reluctant to let go. And the reason I say that maybe this was a connection in the past, you had that Ace of Cups energy, right? So there was something very emotionally stirring about this relationship. And I feel like it brought up a lot of patterns in yourself. And you're kind of like at that stage where you're recognizing that, it's like, perhaps it was testing you on your, it could very well have been testing you on, rejection or feeling rejected or feeling like left out or left behind. It could have been, a karmic pattern of seeking closure on something, right? The reason I say that is in the possibilities, even. You had the 10 of Wands, okay? So it's like, how is that a possibility for me? How is the card that represents kind of the overworked, overstressed, over anxiety, overthinking, all this, how is that the possibilities, okay? Now, what people don't realize is that he's also holding up a wall, meaning those are boundaries. Those are now things that they recognize about themselves that they're no longer going to allow in their lives, right? And so it kind of feels as though there was this relationship that had started or that had gotten started, and like I said, it could have been everything was going fine. At first it felt alive. It felt like it challenged you emotionally in a way. And then it just kind of, I don't know, it brought up a lot of patterns. So you might be questioning that, you know what I mean? You could have had some past relationship or something like that really tested you. And so you're just kind of like recognizing these boundaries now and just kind of being really reluctant to move quickly on something. Now your near future does show the 10 of Pentacles. So there's definitely some kind of a situation where there is a groundedness, or at least that is what you are seeking. You're seeking that solidarity. You're seeking loyalty, from someone. You're seeking that higher respect, that higher, no more patterns, no more karmic lessons. You want that, the happy life, that, something that you can build upon, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right. And so maybe that's part of that, situation. You've been through the fire, you have that underlying energy, remember, as the 9 of Wands. So you've been through your own battles. Okay. And I think through this process, this could have been in the recent past, that happened to you. It emotionally stirred you. You became awake. You awakened to your own emotions about things, about what true love really means to you, or what at least a reciprocated love and respect, a mutual respect. This is a mutual card, this is a legacy, a handing down, a building of a future together, And so I feel like that was part of that karmic lesson of the past, right? So now as the self, you're showing up as the Queen of Wands energy. So you still have passion, you still have fire. You're a beautiful person, physically, mentally. And so, I hope that you recognize that like, I'm JT, I'm here to tell you that's how you're showing up, that you're still ready, for love. You're still ready, to give yourself over to love and participation. So, yeah. So then in the environment around you, right, we have the Justice. Could be Libra energy. Could be speaking about Libra in your timeline. But you're ready for clarity. You're ready for balance and clarity in your life to show up. Okay. Um, and that's why the justice is there. Now listen, your Two of Swords energy came out in the very beginning as your present energy. And you're declaring justice now. It's so the universe is responding and saying, the environment around you is happening. Justice is showing up. Justice is not only, this could be part of your dreams that you have. And stay with me for a second, but justice shows up, but justice doesn't always show up with the exterior things that you need to see from the exterior side. Justice could be saying to you, listen, Miss Smith, Mr. Smith, whoever I'm speaking to here, my fellow Piscean, okay, that there are some things from your past relationships, karmic patterns that took place. Could be things like codependency, or it could be things like just your own self-esteem, your own personal boundaries, whatever is happening for you right now. In your dreams, you're dreaming these things, you're seeing these things, okay? And you're waking up sometimes in the middle of the night going, where the hell did that come from? I hadn't thought about that in years. And so that's what justice does. Justice brings those to the surface so that you'll recognize them, okay? Now, I said all that to say that in your hopes, fears, wishes, and worries, it's a mystery. You're seeking that is part of the mystery that's taking place, but it's waking you to the emotional mysteries, okay? Those things that maybe you have suppressed, okay? And so they feel like a surprise to you. That Page of Cups is actually that surprise. It's there's a mystery. Got the fish in the cup right there. That's what that represents. Also talking about Piscean energy. So it's you. It's you saying, I'm waking up to the emotional side of things, that I'm really paying attention to how I feel about things now. Pisces are givers. Pisces overgive, as a matter of fact. I am a fellow Piscean, so you know what I'm saying? We do overgive. Now, in the outcome and direction, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so it's the highest student of learning. So this is a moment of learning for you, a definite crossroads in your life that could be taking place. Now, we could be talking about maybe Taurus energy here too as well, but we could be talking about the fact that like I said, the Hierophant showing up to say to you, look, it's time for you to reach a higher perspective on this, on your past, on the karmic lessons and things like that. So what I want to do, Pisces, I want to know why the Hierophant's showing up in the outcome and direction. So universe, okay. 3 cards. So yeah, we have the Hanged Man, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Swords, okay? Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so an intentional Hanged Man here, okay? Position. I'm trying to clarify the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is saying, take some time for yourself to clear that headspace. Okay, the intentional hanging, which is also a Pisces energy, by the way, right? So the universe is really speaking loud to Pisces right now, saying, hey, it's time to really know thyself. Okay, it's time to step back into your own power and to understand what you are. And in doing so, what this does is it opens up the mindset, opens up and promotes things like what you really are, what all your desires are. The 8 of Pentacles is the card of desires. It's only it's like a manifestation of the things that you're very passionate about. This could be anything from music, art, to just whatever type of type of employment that you do. It could be your passions. If you like to fish, hunt, or if you're into, there's just so many fill in the blanks, right? But just to really to get you to understand that when you pull back and when you withdraw and you pull into yourself again, these blocks and things that have taken place, creatively speaking, they tend to open up. Okay. And this allows for communication. This allows for quick action. This allows for a new voice, for you to find your voice. Now, I say that because the Queen of Swords is really kind of an avoidant. So it kind of tells me that you haven't really spoke up for yourself enough. You've spoke up for others a lot. You've probably been the person that people go to, people confide in, but there's never been really that reciprocated effort back towards you. And so now this is a time for you to speak up, to voice yourself, to pull and pull back and to try to, regain your sovereignty again. I feel like, it's kind of like, well, if this is a relationship, if it was going towards a relationship, I feel like it was more of the relationship with yourself, but I'm not really I'm not fulfilled. I'm a Pisces, and I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna shuffle again. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, that's great advice, but I feel like maybe there's more Pisces out there who are like, what else is there here? That's all well and good. I can go meditate. I can go kick back. So there's kind of like this unsatisfaction kind of energy there. I mean, I've been doing the work. I've been kicked back. I mean, my near future is looking, you know what I'm saying? We have that 10 of Pentacles energy there. So what is it that... I'm going to shuffle these up one more time. I'm sorry about the camera there, you guys. Universe, what does Pisces need to know? I mean, what kind of a direction are we talking about here? Pisces needs some kind of a direction, some hope, some outcome, some kind of hope, some kind of an outcome. We've always done the work. Just kind of feels like there's a stalemate a little bit, You're not going to complain about it because, I mean, you might complain underneath your breath, but you would never let anybody know, All right, universe, come on. Are we done? All right, let's see. Once again, the Hermit. What are we shining the light on, universe? What are we shining the light on? The Hermit shining a light, exposing some kind of shadow work, something. The Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning, okay? For some of you, this could be work-related. It could be relationship-related. But the Hermit exposing this in you. So that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like this is all part of the journey. This is all part of where you're headed. I think that's what the universe is saying, that it's going to take some time, with this Hermit, to expose those things that you're asking, that you're looking for. What is this? What is this Ace of Pentacles here? What's the Ace of Pentacles represent for Pisces? What does the Ace of Pentacles represent for Pisces? Okay. Two of Cups. Reciprocated. So that's really cool. Hey, I'm a Pisces, and I was waiting for it too, right? So there's definitely, this is, I see you. I feel you. I hear you. This is definitely a reciprocation. I'm handing you this cup. You're handing me that cup. This is a back and forth energy. This is a twin flame love. This is a soulmate connection. This is a soul tie of some kind. So stay in your lane, Pisces. Stay where you're at. Don't forget who you are, that all of the work you've done is definitely paying off. We've got the Hermit, a brand new beginning of some sort, right? I said this could be work related. This could be relationship related. And here we've got the Two of Cups. Pisces, the universe has spoken. I love you. I hope this is confirmation for you. I hope you stuck it out to the end. Hope you didn't get bored with it. I kind of feel like there is kind of a boredom in the air. It's like you've been there, done that, waiting. but it's coming, okay? And divine means divine timing, not our timing. So anyway, Pisces, I love you or respect you. I hope you got something from it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, hit the subscription and make sure to turn on the notifications, okay? Anyway, I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope I'll get to see you on the next reading, okay? All right. Bye-bye.